Lads, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Fusion YGO. Patrick here once again to say, hey, how you doing? I want to talk about something different. I'm tired of the big couple of things going on the YouTubes right now for Yugi-tubers. It's banless predictions. Why your banless predictions are bad. Dogmatica, is it really broken? Let's complain about more cards. Whatever. You know what? I'm tired of it. I want something different. I want to get our creative juices flowing to something that we can pitch and see if Konami is like, you know what? That's a really good idea. I want that. That's free money. I like free money. That's what we're after today. So we're going to be talking about a theoretical format of my own creation with people that have come into the lovely Gamers Cave where I work. I've talked to them, I've figured out a couple of ideas, and I really like this idea. Taking some concepts of Magic the Gathering and Pokemon and kind of blending it into Yu-Gi-Oh! And we're going to just really spice things up a bit and have some fun. So, let's go ahead and dive right in to the video. So, in Pokemon and Magic, if you didn't already know this, the Pokemon TCG and Magic the Gathering, they have a rotation for their standard tournament play, which is about 2 years long, and they have so many sets that come out. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh! We get a metric buttload of product a year. A metric buttload. Like every 3 weeks, I think, since I started working at here, I think every 3 weeks we have a new set of product coming out. Well, what if we shook it up, and instead of putting out, you know, every 3 weeks it's something, what if we had like once or twice a quarter, we have something new get added to the system for a rotation format? So what it would be is essentially 8 decks. So 2 in the month of January, then 2 in the month of April, then 2 in the month of, I think it's July, and then 2 in the month of October. And then once you hit January, the first two decks of the year get rotated out, and 2 new decks get added into the format. And they can release packs to coincide with those strategies, whilst still releasing staples and maybe other cards for those strategies. For example, they could start out the first year that they do this with Yugi versus Kaiba, Dark Magician versus Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now, what they can do is they can release a pack that goes with it, corresponding pack. So there's 2 decks, and they get the corresponding packs to go with it. And in those packs, there's a couple of staples like, I don't know, Fissure, Black Hole, Dark Hole, sorry, things like that, but also some Dark Magician support cards and Blue Eyes support cards. And then, you know, and it's a good healthy mix, and it doesn't have to be a huge set, it could be a 50 card set, whatever. So it's 50 cards, let's say, I don't know, 15 to Dark Magician, 15 to Blue Eyes, and then the rest, the other 20 would be staples and things like that to help build your deck a little bit more aggressively. So that would start the year, but then in April, 2 new decks get added into the mix. We get Pegasus with Tunes, or Pegasus with Relinquished, and Joey with Red Eyes Black Dragon. And now you've got 4 decks, and their corresponding packs. We'll have 15 new cards for Joey, 15 new cards for Pegasus, and maybe like 3 cards for Blue Eyes, 3 cards for Dark Magician, and the rest are new staples to make the decks more powerful, more consistent, what have you. And so on and so forth. So then you could get at the next one, they could do Bakura and Merrick. Why not? And then at the end of the year, you could do Mako Tsunami and Rex Raptor, or Weevil Underpants, or whoever. Who cares? But every pack, it's going to have, so every rotation, so the first rotation, you get your bulk cards. Everything for your for those 2 strategies. Then in the next one, you get a couple of cards to finish out those strategies, as well as the bulk cards for the new strategies being introduced. And then the next one, you won't have any new cards coming in, but you have your strategy fully built, and maybe you get new staples that can increase the power of your of said deck. And then so on and so forth, and it rotates at the end of the year. So in January, Yugi and Kaiba, Pasta la Vista. And now we can bring in, let's say, Jaden Yugi and Chaz Princeton. And now we've got 2 new decks right there, immediately to replace those 2. And then we keep those 2 decks, the decks that don't sell or whatever, and we can do something new. At the end of the year, you can do year 1 draft format, where everybody picks up a box. And in this box, there's one of each of the year's packs, or 2 of each of the year's packs, and one of the random 8 decks that were available during that year of rotation play. Now what they have access to is to be, okay, nobody knows what everybody's strategy is. It's a mystery what deck you get, and you have 8 mystery packs, or whatever. And now you get to bolster your deck and do a draft format where you don't know what you're building around, and nobody knows what they're building around, and they get to do this again. So you've got 2 free products off of 1 rotation system. And it's just a really cool idea, I think, to be able to spark some creativity. And it doesn't have to be just specifically characters from the anime. I'm just recommending that as a great way to advertise it early on. But later on, you could do things like, I don't know, World Legacy. So you could do the full World Legacy thing. You could do Crawlers, Mech Knights, World Chalice, Orchist, what other ones are in the World Legacy?
Speedruns?
Oh, Crusadia, things like that. You could do the full World Legacy thing. You could do Arc 5, and you could do all the Arc 5 decks. So you could do Speedroids, you could do Performapals, you could do Heavy Samurai, you could do Destiny Heroes, which would be a part of the GX era time anyway. But like, you could do all these different strategies that just never got to see competitive success, and give them a format where you know what you're playing against. It's a little bit more skill-based in some aspects, because you have to be able to prepare for specifically 7 decks that are going to be in rotation at the time, and you're constantly evolving that one individual strategy, but it's only got a year of life, so you're able to lower the price point on it so budget players have a format that they're able to get themselves inducted into it for, and it's a great learning system for younger players or for players coming from Pokemon or Magic respectively to be able to adapt to the current format, because it would be played under current rules. It just makes sense. And that creates a much more inviting atmosphere for new players and returning players to be able to get a grasp of the game at a lower price point and still have fun and be able to see some success without having to dive headfirst into something as grandiose as current Yu-Gi-Oh!, which can be very difficult and very taxing to be a part of. But these are just my thoughts. This is just a format that me and friends here at the Cave and my teammates helped me come up with, and I've been spitballing it around in my brain for a while. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What's your idea for a new format? I want to hear it. Make sure to leave that comment as well. Hit me up on Twitter if you got any other crazy suggestions. I have been tweeting like a madman today. I don't know why. I've just been in a tweeter mood. Pretty much. So, let me know. And until next time, lads, good fun, have luck, and stay positive.